But Robyn, this week you admitted on your podcast that Juan had been involved with another woman.
Do I want to keep my family together or do we go our separate ways?
Your marriage, is it open or is it traditional?
We have a traditional marriage.
Okay.
We do not have an open marriage.
Robyn is very smart. Honestly, I think she loves her man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to mind my business on that and hope that they do well because of that.
Because Robyn and I have the most challenging
Right.
relationship in the core group.
100% open to fixing our relationship. If I could totally trust that Juan's not going to break my heart again.
Stay out of my business. You may not agree with the way I'm doing it, but this is how it's done in my home and in my relationship.
Listen, the moral to this story is don't talk about me and I won't talk about you.
Can't support Robyn Dixon. Karen Huger loves her friend and co-star on Real Housewives of the Potomac, Robyn Dixon, very much. While promoting Season 8 of RHOP, Karen, 60, told Us Weekly, "Robyn and I have the most difficult relationship in the core group. I want her to win, but she needs to stop lying. I'd like Robyn to accept that we don't believe her lies if she can't stop telling them." There have been ups and downs for Robyn, 44, this year because of the cheating claims against her husband, Juan Dixon. This year, a woman who didn't want to be named said that she dated Juan, 45, and that he paid for a hotel for her to stay at when she came to see him. Juan did say that he rented a room to the woman, but he said it was because she had lost her wallet.
Not running from anything. I'm not like, oh my God, don't talk about me. I can't believe you talked about that. I'm not doing none of that.
I would have been there for Robyn. So she put me in an awkward position not to help her.
Stay out of my business. You may not agree with the way I'm doing it, but this is how it's done in my home and in my relationship.
Tell receipt comes into play because for whatever reason, she decided that she wanted to fly to Maryland.
Is Juan seeing other people?
Not that I know of.
Right, and you're not.
But I'm not, but like there's no rule. You know, Giselle, you were very adamant on Juan can't be around his coworker.
Robyn, on the other hand, believed what her husband said. Karen really wants to help her friend, but she told us that she can't be there for Robyn until she owns the truth. We were told, own it and stop being silly about it. There are ups and downs in every marriage. It's been 27 years since I got married. She needs to make you feel better, especially if you're going to be in this core group. It's not easy. Robyn got booed by the crowd at BravoCon earlier this month because of how she dealt with the problem with her husband. Karen doesn't really like her co-star, but she thought the crowd's response was too harsh. "I didn't like how people booed Robyn." She said, "I don't think she deserves that. I do believe she should be held accountable, and I believe Robyn lied and should cease to lie. I'm an adult woman now. Now that I'm triple 20, I would have done it differently. I would have told them, look, don't get in my way. It's how things are done in my home and in my relationship, even if you don't agree with me." Instead of making up some silly reason when the ticket is right there, Karen and Robyn have been fighting all through Season 8 of RHOP because Karen thinks Juan is cheating on her.
Do you believe Juan's excuse that he just paid for the woman's hotel room?
No.
She lives in Canada. Canada was clearly on a strict lockdown during the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah.
She told me that Karen and her talked because she was upset about what happened last night.
We genuinely love each other, and we're past the point where we have to play games.
What I care about is how Robyn Dixon and Karen Huger decide to move on. To set boundaries.
Not only do I think Chris was used, I was used, Candace was used, and Wendy was used.
In a January show, Karen said she saw Juan holding hands with an unknown blonde woman. When Robyn asked Juan about this, he strongly denied it. Robyn talked to us about her friendship with Karen and how she felt about her friend being involved in her marriage after the show. "I feel like Karen and I love and hate each other. I can only speak for myself, but I go on like nothing happened," Robyn told us in February. "I need to keep things moving, so Karen and I have a love-hate relationship where we stab each other and then keep things moving. We respect and value each other because we've been doing this for so long together and know what we're doing and how the beast works."
Deserves that.
Yeah.
I do think her feet need to be held to the fire, and I think Robyn lied and needs to stop lying.
But Robyn, this week you admitted on your podcast that Juan had been involved with another woman.
Do I want to keep my family together or do we go our separate ways?
Right, legally.
Yes.
All right. That's all I need to know. Can I expect the same from you, though, as far as how we deal with each other?
So when I saw this picture of this woman in the laundromat, I'm like, She's just sitting there. They're not doing anything.
You mentioned on your podcast that Juan and this woman didn't date, and he didn't fly her anywhere.
Cheating allegations. Warm and cool. The supposed cheating of Robyn Dixon's husband has caused her and her co-star Karen Huger to fight this season on RHOP. In a January 22nd Bravo show, Karen, 59, said that she saw Juan Dixon shaking hands with an unknown blonde woman. Juan, 44, strongly denied this during a phone call with his wife. It wasn't even that Juan was mad. He doesn't like all the trouble. Why are you calling me with all this drama? Getting Real with the Housewives podcast on February 3rd, Robyn, 43, said in an exclusive chat. After that, he didn't pay any attention to it. It didn't have any power from him. I tell him, ladies, you need to stop this nonsense. And he says, you know what? That's kind of what we do. The co-host of the reasonably shady show didn't think too much about how Robyn felt when Karen brought up the mystery blonde. Robyn said that she knew her husband communicated with this woman on Instagram during the COVID-19 spread.
100% open to fixing our relationship if I could totally trust that Juan's not going to break my heart again.
You and I have been not the closest of friends in this circle for years.
Yeah. She gets to Maryland, she's reaching out to him, she tells him she lost her wallet in the casino and she cannot pay for her hotel room. And I am not gonna ask him to do anything differently that he would not normally do outside of my knowledge. No, it sounded like BS to me.
Okay.
Honestly, like when I found out about it, it sounded like BS to me.
I just think Robyn panicked, to be honest. That's the only reason why. She didn't know how to handle it.
Karen quickly called Robyn out on Twitter, writing, "Well, you don't say." Young woman came forward and said she dated Juan during COVID. She showed this like, we had to get through it. They did not date, she said. He didn't take her anywhere. In 2005, Robyn and Juan got married. 3 years after they got married, they had their first kid, Corey, in 2010. They had their second one, Carter, but they broke up in 2012 and filed for divorce in March of that year. Even though they were accused, the couple got married a second time, and footage from their supposed wedding will be shown during the season 7 finale of the Bravo show.
Whether I'm going to move with Juan if he gets this job out of state is probably the biggest decision I'll have to make since getting divorced.
Your marriage, is it open or is it traditional?
We have a traditional marriage.
Okay.
We do not have an open marriage. He feels bad for her. He goes to the hotel, puts his card down at the counter. Really special getting married to someone that I've been able to grow with. Listen, the moral to this story is don't talk about me and I won't talk about you. Because it was so, it was so in the back of my mind, like.
Karen Huger divorce. Karen Huger has been married to Ray Huger for 27 years and is on RHOP. But if he does something like Juan Dixon, she's ready to end the marriage. Huger, 60, told Us Weekly in an exclusive interview that she couldn't believe the 45-year-old former NBA star told his wife Robyn Dixon about paying for another woman's hotel room. The story has gone viral. I would be divorced. Yeah, it will be over, Huger said at BravoCon. Really, Ray, no. In 2005, Juan married Robyn, who was 44 years old. Their two boys are Corey, 15, and Carter, 13. In 2012, they got a divorce because Juan was accused of cheating on her. In August 2022, he married again. Earlier this year, a woman who did not want to be named said she dated Juan near the end of the pandemic and came from Canada to see him. He signed the hotel ticket to show that he paid for her room. Juan said he was being a good person by paying for her hotel room after she lost her wallet. Robyn stood up for Juan and believed his story that he was just trying to help the woman.
I look at these wedding gifts. I just think about meeting Juan. We were kids. I feel sorry for the people who waste their precious time worrying about my boring life.
Robyn is very smart, honestly. I think she loves her man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to mind my business on that and hope that they do well because of that.
With it, we moved on from it. I don't know why I would say, hey guys, pick me. Let's talk about my issue. I'm actually still comfortable with people calling me his wife.
I know that you know about the rumors about the blonde girl in Georgetown. I know you know that because you're smart.
Karen slammed Robyn for not telling Juan's hotel story and the fact that he was allegedly cheating on her during her chat with us. Karen said she was crazy to think she could lie to the group, tell a few people in the group, and not tell anyone else. Those viewers deserve to know that. Robyn said on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen that it was her job to bring the story to light, saying, "I waited for Karen to put it." This made Karen very angry. "She had no right to do that. She needs me, but she has a lot to say about me," Karen told us. "She should have called me alone. I would have put my hands on her. If she had been honest, I would have ridden for her, but she was lying. You'll see that I still feel that way today. I hope everything goes well for her, though." Juan's problems aren't the only ones that could be related to cheating on RHOP. There are reports that Chris Bassett cheated on his wife, Candice Dillard Bassett, but both of them have denied it. Karen still hopes that they can get married. Karen said, "I'm rooting for them because I like them together. That's why I support her and Chris. Let them write their own story."
Because Robyn and I have the most challenging relationship in the core group.
Of Juan seeming to be with someone
Another
else.
woman. Let's be honest, Andy. I have never seen the picture circulating of me.
She's telling him she's flying to Maryland, and he's like, okay, whatever.
If he wants to date other people, then he needs to move out.
Have we handled all of that? Because I said to Karen that she owes you an apology.
Amazing that she's waiting for me to out Juan's women for her.
Okay, so so that was the only time they met in person?
Yes.
What's going on with the Dixons and the Bassets? Karen is happy to say that she and Ray have been married for 27 years and are still very happy together. "I'll say that we don't act like we're not who we are. That's all it takes. We're best friends," she said. "My best friend makes me happy." Karen gets along well with Giselle Bryant, who she used to fight with. "We went outside. It was fun," she said. "It was great to have a girls' dinner out, the first one in 5 years. That's wonderful. Everyone on the Bravo brand knows that Giselle and I are the worst enemies, so I'm just riding it while it lasts." That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.